What kind of woman argues with a prophet of God and walks away with a miracle? Everyone in her town knew Elisha as the man of God. Kings listened when he spoke. Armies moved when he prayed. But this woman, quiet, wealthy, and unnamed, did something no one else dared to do. She noticed the prophet passing through her town again and again. Instead of asking for blessings, money, or favors, she offered him something simple: a small room, a bed, a table, a lamp. No spotlight, no announcement. Just kindness. Elisha wanted to repay her. He asked, "What can be done for you?" She said something shocking. "I dwell among my own people. In other words, I don't need anything." But the prophet saw something she never said out loud. She had no child and her husband was old, so Elisha spoke a promise she never asked for. "By this time next year you will hold a son." And that's when she pushed back. She looked straight at the prophet and said, "Man of God, don't lie to me." Not shouting, not disrespectful, but firm, honest, guarded. She had waited too long, hoped too much. She wasn't going to let words raise her heart just to break it again. And yet the child came. Years passed. One normal day, the boy ran to his father in the fields, cried out in pain, and was carried home. By noon, the child was dead in his mother's arms. She didn't scream. She didn't announce it. She laid the boy on the prophet's bed, closed the door, and left. When her husband asked what was wrong, she said something strange. "All is well." She rode hard to find Elisha. When she finally reached him, she fell at his feet. His servant tried to push her away, but Elisha stopped him. And then she spoke. "Did I ask you for a son? Didn't I tell you not to raise my hopes?" This wasn't anger. It was truth. This wasn't rebellion. It was faith refusing to accept a silent ending. Elisha followed her home. He went into the room. He prayed. He stretched himself over the child once, twice, and then the boy sneezed and opened his eyes. The woman fell at Elisha's feet, not to argue this time, but to bow. She picked up her son and walked out alive with the promise she once resisted. Here's the twist most people miss. She didn't win because she argued louder. She won because she was honest with God, with pain, and with hope. Sometimes faith doesn't sound like praise. Sometimes it sounds like, "Please don't lie to me." Do you think God is offended by honest faith or drawn to it? Tell me what you think in the comments.